Hello, and welcome back to session 27 of Rise of the Runelords. In the past session, dealt solely within the Hambly farm, discovering that the blight of the farms nearby were seemingly caused by all the scarecrows around all around Hambly Farm. As you have worked your way across a couple of paths, you have found ghouls tied up in the place of scarecrows breaking free and attacking your party, as well as actual scarecrows, as well as an individual who was not a ghoul. You fought quite a few ghouls down and spotted quite a few scarecrows around the place, and were presently headed, at least Karzarath is, towards the farmhouse and barn near the left side of the farm. And that is where I will pull you all back to. Oh. Shoot. Oh well, we can get a new turn order. Oh. Well, wouldn't you know it, there are monsters
everywhere.
I guess Vare's looking to be a great night for CC, and Artanis is curious about what's going on. Actually, Pi, I gave you access to Artanis's sheet, if you wouldn't mind.
Boy, I can't wait to kill him. What you get for not showing up? I kill your character. I get hold of your character and I kill. Because I don't know what I'm doing. Jesus Christ, dude. These stats. I mean, I'll kill him. I'll kill them both. I don't mind.
Keep in mind that Artanis was keeping track of hit points on his token.
Weird. Okay. Well, I'm gonna remedy that.
Alright, well, he has 17 hit points left, so.
Oh, lovely. What is...
He got real beat up.
What is... Huh? Okay.
Whoa, what you looking at?
Oh. Is this man, like, just prepping for the future?
Oh, totally.
I'm looking at his class, and I'm like, is that a thing? Can you do that? Can you do that?
Oh, that's
kind of different for level 5.
It's not. That's a little different. There's a kind of multi-classing variant. Multi-classing. It doesn't give you a level. It just cuts up your feats and gives you a sprinkle of class instead.
Weird.
Yeah, it's very weird. Don't blame me. He wanted to do this.
Sure. Sure. I don't think I wanna.
All right. So, the last actions that I recall before I got kicked by my internet again was the gang taking out this ghoul right here with Karzarath on his warpath towards the farm. Or the barn, I should say. Not the farm. That. Good job, guys. You made it to the farm.
Basically, I'm the one, like, kind of circling around in the sky, letting
Yeah.
everyone know the direction and locations of things I can see
All right.
as I kind of make my way towards the place.
Right. So, I think Artanis is going to step back out onto the path. Oh, right. I'm not running Artanis.
Yeah, I feel confident in this.
Just get behind Fair. It'll be fine. You have like 4 minutes of it, right? Or you have yeah, something like that. I would say it's about with the walking and such. Maybe 2 minutes left, I suppose. Yeah, let's call it 2 minutes. Varys says, "You know me. I'm always on the path." Not really. I think you guys sussed out that this was another suspicious scarecrow.
Sussy scarecrow.
Uh, 60 feet, right? Okay. Yeah, before at about 60 feet and a little past that, takes a little time to get the recognition. There does ping undeath. The turn order from last time saved all the way up till earlier today, and now it's gone. Nah, it's okay. We'll just get a new turn order. It's fine. Oh, wait.
Oh, everything
No, it's
disappeared.
back. It's back. What do you mean everything disappeared?
No, I said everything just appeared.
Oh, just appeared. Yep, me too.
But then, you know, like, the rest of you spoke at the same time as me, so it sounded like disappeared.
No, I think I would have heard disappeared anyway. I'm just bad like that. Anyway, same rules as last time. No need to interact with turn order until we get into business combat.
I will currently move towards this tree here to take up a
Okay.
position. That way I can keep an eye on the others still, and also be able to direct them towards the paths needed.
Okay.
While the tree, I'd like to make a perception if I may.
Sure. Which direction are you trying to make a perception check?
Let's go in this direction here that the party's coming down.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead. Oh, okay. With a 23 perception, you get a clear view of this other path a ways into the field over here, as well as this field right here. And it certainly looks like this would be the only issue in the area.
This character sheet has so much stuff on it.
He has so much stuff.
Artanis is just gonna kind of like just pat Vare and just be like, you're bigger than me. Go up front.
Yeah. Well, Artanis and Vare will recall that getting too close to these creatures sets them off. So I gotta get a decision from the party whether or not Artanis and Vare are gonna, head up to the creature.
Oh no, Cece's taking full charge of this. Cece is like grabbing Vare by his hand and then grabbing Artanis by the other, and she's leading them this way and basically taking them through the cornfield around the...
Okay.
Yeah,
So
we're going
you all-
around the spoopy one.
You
Yeah.
all march in a wide arc around this scarecrow. You come up on the path, and it seems very... well, it's not the path that you are going, so you can use it or just trudge through more fields.
Looking up, do I see Karzarath?
He would try to make himself known.
Yeah, if he's keeping himself obvious in the tree, yeah, you would be able to see him.
Okay. So I would wave to Karzarath and point to let him know that we're coming in his direction, because I still have my radar. My radar is not pinging anything, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
In this area. So basically I'm going to lead the boys this way, and we're going to head straight to Karzarath. We're going to head straight to Karzarath, but probably divvy when we see the fork in the road.
All right. So I will say, having to trudge through the fields as you get here, you've got about a half a minute left of your spell.
Okay.
All right, and while they're doing that, I would like to make a perception towards the farmhouse.
Sure.
And
Yeah.
Artanis make a perception just for the
Oh.
general surroundings
Of course.
with his fucking 57th perception.
Oh, wait. No, you just rolled really low. I was like, hey, did you roll the wrong sheet? No, you just rolled really low.
I also have to swap names, I guess. There you go.
That's okay. Still got the name there on the little thing. Okay. Let's go with Artanis with his 20, because it is not bright light. It's quite dim. It does notice as you come out of this field once more, there is a previously identified scarecrow down here. Otherwise, not too much else. Karzarath taking a look towards the farmhouse and the barn. 32. It's really good.
See everything.
A fly sneezed over there.
Huh? How would they not have that? Whatever. I'll work with it. Okay. Admittedly, it's quite dark, and while you do have dark vision, that doesn't exactly bring everything up to a crisp scene for you, Karzrath. But you do see several forms shifting around within the farmhouse. The barn seemingly empty. You seem fairly confident with your assessment.
Karzrath will pass this information down to CC and the others.
Cece will give a quick nod and hurry ahead a bit with her beacon still up.
Yeah. I will, and I myself will fly towards the roof of, I'm assuming, the barn.
Okay. Yes, that is the barn.
Do you need a fly check or no?
No, that is a simple activity. It's for more complex stuff.
Okay. But I figured I can get a nice view from up on the barn.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a 60-foot range. Yippee! So I should be able to see mostly within the house. And
Yeah.
field.
As you get to there, you begin to sense multiple sources of undeath within the farmhouse itself.
Oh man.
What's the verdict? Are we burning it down?
Oh, Vare's up with you guys. He didn't abandon you.
Bad night. Um. I mean, we don't know how many innocents are inside, but may not be a bad idea.
Karzrath, as you're looking down at the farmhouse from the barn, you do notice some warped and decaying faces actively look out of the window at you and then pull back behind a wall.
Weird.
I'm just gonna make sure that I didn't hear this, but you didn't just say a car pulled up behind the wall, right? Because that's what I heard.
A decayed face.
Yeah. Sorry guys, the undead figured out combustion engines. That's
sense.
how it goes.
Beep beep,
Makes
the
sense.
undead mobile's here.
Makes sense.
Anyway, action is up to you guys.
Have my bow at the ready and wait for the others to approach.
If I see
Sure.
Karzrath flinch, I'll give a gesture, kind of like, "What did you see?" And I'll like make a zombie gesture because he's pretty far away.
If he sees her, he will basically kind of like do a slight zombie dance for her, like, and point towards the house.
She gives a nod and a thumbs up and turns to Bear and says, "Are you ready to go hunting again?"
Oh, you know it, princess.
All right.
Before things get too hectic, I think Artanis will try and sneak up to the edge of the building so that he is in position before big metal man comes running through and alerts everything.
Sure, you can go ahead and give me a stealth check.
Hey.
Oh, okay.
So like get up to the edge.
Yeah. Probably a little bit into
Yeah.
Okay. Got it. Bear is going to take a couple steps forward.
How big does the house look?
Oh, not very. It looks like it might have a couple of rooms if you squeezed them.
Gotcha. So it's bigger than a 5-foot radius? 10-foot
Yeah.
radius? Sorry.
Yes, it is.
Okay. I will tap Bear on the shoulder and say, when you go in there, go ahead and throw out as many as you'd like. Or you can keep them in there, but before you run in, open the door, and let me take a quick shot inside.
Parzrak will also have both ready to shoot as soon as he gets a good sight on
All right.
what he's sure an undead is.
Well, speaking of good sight, I would like you, Karzarath, to make me a perception check. Okay. Well, you spot two of these ghouls. They've climbed out and are trying to sneak by. It looks like towards you, actually.
I would like to shoot one.
Okay. In that case, I will pull it to your turn, and we will be in combat.
Okay.
So, you can go ahead and fire. A 15. This guy is that'll hit.
Ooh.
You are kind of its primary target, so no sneak attack there, but it is going to take that 5.
Hey, it's still damage on it, so that's something.
Very much. That takes your standard action. Any moving for you?
Not yet. I'll basically just have them keep their attention on me
Okay.
to give the others a chance to get up to them.
Sure. Cece.
So I see the arrow getting fired.
Yes. And you do hear the twang.
Okay, so I do hear the twang. So assuming that I hear the twang, do I see the door open at all? Is there a response from inside the house?
You don't actually see the front door, which would be around here. You don't see that open. But it also looks, it has windows, and the state of the house doesn't look very well upkept. So it's possible that other exits are being utilized.
Okay. I'm gonna stay where I'm at. Actually, I'm gonna move ahead of there, since he's gonna charge in ahead of me, which is fine.
Sure. I should also say that you did hear a bit of a squeal from this ghoul as it got shot.
Okay, cool. Okay, so from here, I still have detect undead, and I'm gonna shoot the cone this way. And essentially, my goal is to, excuse me, there, like this. Just gonna go whoosh.
Yes.
And with the whoosh, I want to get kind of a general idea. Okay, did any of them sneak out of this window? I visually know about the guys here, but she would learn about that. Are there any here? Are there any sneaking up on Artanis? Do we have any in this fieldish area?
Right.
I'm doing a pew.
Okay. Um. So, as you move up and you concentrate, you can feel the presence of the undead. Does seem to be kind of like that. It isn't any closer to you than the farmhouse itself, but it does seem to be inside and surrounding the farmhouse.
Okay, so there's not a specific ping, it's just like that whole thing is a ping?
There are a couple pings throughout.
Okay. Okay, cool. I'm gonna look at Vare, and I'm gonna tell him, get to the front door, and get those jerks outside. And... I would like to hold an action. I'd like to hold a spell. And my trigger will be once there are at least 2 hostile enemies within a 10-foot radius outside of the door. So if the door's right here, like anything within a 10-foot radius from the door. And I want a minimum of 2 enemies in that area.
Okay. Well, Yeah, okay. That concentration could be in conjunction with your move action, so I would allow you to ready the standard action. Which, I guess, you're a spontaneous caster, so it doesn't exactly matter which spell you're preparing.
Yep. If you would like me to tell you, I will.
I mean, yeah, I'd like to know.
Sure, it's a level 2 burst of radiance.
Okay, that's cool. Okay, so ghoul turn. Could I have Artanis roll a perception check too?
Yeah. Ooh, open that character sheet. Perception. That's a natural 1, folks.
Wow.
I just want to let that be known. That's a fucking natural 1. And yet it's an 18.
All right. So, using a standard move and standard action, these two dash over. I guess it would be at the same time, so that would set off your spell,
Awesome.
Cece. You can go ahead and do that.
Hebe.
Okay. Reflex save. This spell is creatures in the area are blinded for 1d4 rounds or dazzled for 1d4 rounds. If they succeed, evil creatures take that damage, whether they succeed at the reflex save or not. Okay, so they are both going to take 13 radiant damage.
Yep. And then the reflex save is for, I think, the blind dazed for numbers of rounds.
Yes. So a reflex save from both of them. We've got definitely succeeds and does not succeed. So this guy, the far one is going to be dazzled for 1d4 rounds, and the near one is going to be blinded for 1d4 rounds. So let's roll that. Blinded for 3 rounds, dazzled for 1 round. Okay. What the hell is the dazzled condition? Unless it is dazed, but it's got an L there, so.
He's covered in glitter.
He's covered in glitter. He is fancy.
He is a fabulous ghoul.
He's a fabulous ghoul. He's living
now
his
wants
true
to-
self, and I'm proud of him.
No.
It
Not
now wants
the
to call it
dazzled.
Candy
Love it.
with an I.
I approve. I support this.
Oh, whatever. I have my core rulebook right here. Give me them conditions. Dazzle. The creature is unable to see well because of overstimulation to the eyes. A dazzled creature takes a -1 penalty on attack rolls and sight-based perception checks. Okay, cool. Got it. Whereas the other one is just blinded. Sweet. Okay. Well, the far one that is dazzled is going to feel this radiance burn within its undead form and sort of throw its claws up towards the epicenter of this effect, but continues to make its way, climbing all the way up to Karzarath, 5 feet away. This other one, though, just can't see. -2 to AC and loses Dex. And that's it. Okay. Well, I mean, other stuff, but that's pretty much it. Okay. That one kind of stumbles forward and goes defensive. And then Artanis, as he is watching in through a window and watching the crossroads here, is it's kind of funny. Stumbled upon by one ghoul as its partner ghoul rushes past by, not seeing Artanis as well. But this other ghoul does spot Artanis and is going to take an attack on Artanis.
That's rude.
I know.
That's not nice.
Gosh,
Ooh,
darn it.
that's
That's a natural one.
a 25 on a bite.
Ow, his armor class is 20.
Yep. So that's gonna be 5 damage, and then can I get Artanis to roll a fortitude save?
Sure. Let it be known, I didn't promise I'd keep him alive. I just promised that I tried not to kill him.
I know.
Fortitude?
Yep. Okay. Good to know. This one will also climb. Oh, don't squish my ghoul. Will also climb its way up to Karzarath and kind of get on the side of him. I need to do this real quick. 1 second. Gosh.
So another one is trying to come up to me.
Yes, another one has successfully come up to you. Which brings it to Artanis' turn, who is going to, just got attacked.
Yeah. That's rude, man. I'm gonna attack back. With... Oh boy, that's a lot of weapons.
I think he had his, which one did he have out? He had the, saw
The
blade
big thing.
thing.
That could be either the piranha or the shark, bro. These are so...
I'm pretty sure it's the shark.
Alright.
Yeah, it's a shark. That's the scrap shark is what he hit with last time.
Okay. Kapowie!
Nice.
Whoa! Yeah. As he twists around and raises his blade, he gets a sharp cut through the gaunt skin of this ghoul for 13 whole damage. That's a lot. Okay. Well, that's kind of his turn, unless he wants to take a 5-foot step or full movement.
No, he'll stay to fight.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, actually, out from the front door steps out a more imposing ghoul. And it looks down towards Cece and Ver, and then it charges Cece. And is going to take a single attack at a +1 to hit.
Rude. Please fail. Please fail. Please fail.
So, as I'm making this attack.
Oh no.
Wow, okay. Does a 14 hit?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it does.
Okay. So that is 6 damage to you.
Okay.
And then I have to figure out what that is.
What's that?
Oh, could I get a... Could I get a fortitude check?
No. Fortitude check, yeah.
Fortitude save.
Ah. And that was -6.
Yes, 6
Yep.
damage.
Okay, perfect. Fortitude. There you are. No mods. 6.
6. Okay. You feel this bite course through you,
Oh, I
and
thought it was claws. I thought you said claws, not a bite.
did I?
Yeah, that's what I thought you said. But I was like, oh, I'm gonna be okay. It's okay. I'll take the bite. It's fine.
It wouldn't have really mattered. They're kind of the same for this guy.
That sucks.
How do you... What? Oh, okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to, for 4 rounds, you're gonna be paralyzed,
Oh
Cece.
god. Okay. Rude.
And that brings it to the end of this guy's turn, who, for those who are nearby, can see is one-eared. It seems one of the ears has been cut off. Who knows if this was in life or after life, but this will bring it to Ver's turn, who's very much going to defend the paralyzed CC. However, he is going to have to make a fortitude save as well, as the stench coming off of this creature is a lot. But this +7 is not too bad, so... Oh! Unfortunately,
Oh god.
Ver is sickened as he makes his attacks. For 4 minutes. Okay. Freaking. I think sickened is a -2. Ducks. Yep. -2 on attack, damage, saves, skills, and abilities. Okay, cool. He is still going to attack, and with the charge, brings his attack to even. So with his +1 fantastic sword, he gets a +12 to attack. $24, jeez. Yeah, that'll definitely hit. And then 3d6 plus 10 minus 2, so +8. It's going to be 22 damage,
Jesus.
solidly cutting through this this guy's flesh. Yikes. With a move and a slash, that'll be it. Karzarath.
Alright, how close to the edge is this guy here?
I'm presuming you were already pretty close, so on the edge.
Is it possible to knock him off?
Yes, that would be, I believe, a bull rush combat maneuver. However, that does provoke attacks of opportunities, since you are not, like, super proficient with it.
And I'm assuming he's got his hands, like, on the edge.
No, his hands are up. He's up, but
okay.
he's still on, like, right next to the edge, basically.
Okay, so we're gonna switch to my rapier and stab at him.
All right. Would you drop your short
Using
bow?
my tail to grab my bow.
Right. Okay. So
One of the fun things about my tail.
yeah, it is. Okay.
Oh,
That works. With a confirm, that's gonna confirm. Would you like the damage or a card?
let's go with the card this time.
Okay.
Maybe I'll get that knockback I was hoping for. Somehow.
Cards very often equal ×2 anyway. So that is a piercing weapon. Ooh. You managed to hit one of the last remaining vital functions of this ghoul. So it's going to receive that double damage anyway, that 16, and throw in an extra 1d6 of bleed.
1d6.
2. Okay. So it's going to take an extra 2 damage, and then he has a bleed of 2. Every turn, he is going to bleed 2. That takes your turn. Cece is paralyzed.
Paralyzed.
But that goes down by 1.
Huzzah! And I checked. I have no just solid mental spells. I was just like, maybe, and the answer to that is no. So at least I tried.
Yes. Okay. So 1 on Artanis. Let's see how smart he is. Okay, that's pretty good. He's gonna withdraw actually and move himself around so that he can get in position to help his boss. Unfortunately, that being a withdrawal, he can't do any attacks, but he's getting ready for next turn. Then we've got Blind Guy, who's going to screech and bump into the barn. 2. This guy is in real tough spot, so he is going to he's gonna take a full attack on you, a bite and 2 claws. That's a bite of 6 to hit. 2 claws. Okay, well, claw of 10, but claw of 24. I think that one's gonna hit. On you, Karzarath.
What is it?
24.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay, that'll be 6 damage. And the guy behind you, who is dazzled,
Be
is
dazzled.
going to get a -1 on his attack roll, but by your engagement being away from him is going to get an overall +1 from flanking. So bite is going to be not that good, 15, and then 2 claws. Does a 17 hit you?
I remember where PC is.
Oh, it should be just under your base stats.
Oh yeah, it's 16. So yeah, 17 will hit.
Okay, so 2 claws will hit. So is that right? Yeah, that's right. 12 damage.
Ouch.
That's gonna get rid of its dazzled condition. Artanis.
I have to make any save for being next to this weirdo.
Sorry, say that again. I did not
Right.
make up much, but this weirdo.
This weirdo, do I have to make a save because I'm next to him?
I will say you're just outside of 10 feet, so if you get closer, you will. But as for right now, I'll just say a little bit outside of that.
Okay. Well, I want to kill him. No.
Okay.
I'm gonna circle around to this one.
Okay. I would give you flanking because he is facing towards Vare. So go ahead and give me an attack and add 2 to that.
Okay.
22. Yeah, that'll that'll work.
Fail.
12 damage. This ghoul is really not looking good.
Wonderful.
Still got a little bit of unlife in him, but it's gonna have to figure out what it needs to do next. Back to this guy. He's gonna stare down at Vare, who is sickened, and is just gonna go all out on him. Not that. Bite. At 23, which will not hit. That's right. He's got an AC of 25. Good for you. And 2 claws, best of which does 22. So he successfully knight. Does sickened affect? No, it does not affect AC. Okay. So clawing and biting against Vare's huge armor, Vare is able to bat away the advances of this creature, and in return is going to attack as well. Which will be sickened at plus 10. Well, 20, it's still really good, so. And 3d6 plus 8. Another 19 damage cut into this guy. Karzarath. How you doing,
right,
buddy?
Hurting a bit, but I'm going to stab at this guy again and hopefully take him out and try to get away.
All right. I'll say beginning of your turn, that bleed's going to take effect, so -2. And then... Okay. That'll definitely hit for 9 damage. It looks haggard and about ready to fall, but it stays standing, unfortunately.
It might be taking an attack of opportunities, but I'm going to take a leap off the roof.
Okay. That will incur 2 claws against you.
That's fine.
Both of which were terrible rolls, however, so you're fine. Where are you attempting to go?
Essentially hiding into the corn.
Yeah, you can do that. Basically sidestep on the roof and then make a dart downward.
Yep. Because if they want me to have to climb back down.
Sounds good. Cece, you're at 2 turns paralyzed. I'm sorry. Paralysis is in effect. Okay, the ghoul's turn. This one is bumbling and shambling around for another turn. See, look, you're still useful while paralyzed, Cece. And then these guys are going to do just that. They're going to make their way down, climb down, and unfortunately you were unable to hide yourself. But they will make their way down. Let's see. From here. Okay. The other one unfortunately needed to use up more movement, but this one, the really hurt one, is going to get a bite off towards you. Just not successfully. That was a 7, I think. Yeah. And then this little guy is gonna try to help his boss with his last little bit of life, and is gonna go after Vare with a extra +2 to all of his attacks for flanking. 22, not gonna hit. And those are not gonna hit either. I really tried, but that's some thick hide that he's got there. So Artanis.
Alright, time to try and finish off this fool. Plowy.
Kablamo! 17 with flanking is going to hit, and 14 slashing is definitely going to take it out of commission.
Sweet. He will then begin. Is the whole stench of this guy a visible thing? Like he knows, is it visible?
He can see the disgust on Vare's face, but otherwise, no, it is not a visible thing.
Okay, so then he will. Yeah, he'll circle around and get in stink range to be up on this fella.
Okay, so go ahead and roll a fortitude.
Alright. Fortitude. 22.
Yeah, not a problem. There's a lot of gross smells in a junkyard, and in prisons, at least not well kept prisons, and the stench, while vile, is not enough to hinder him.
He's also spent time in that one junkyard back in the city.
Yeah, exactly. Back to this creature, who is far more intelligent, is going to take his 5-foot step away from Artanis, and try his best to slice into Vare once more, hoping to get a lucky roll again.
Oh dear.
That's a no for the bite, but a no for both of the claws too.
These kids, they don't deserve.
Okay, Vare is going to take his strikes.
Girl has cancer. You don't know what's gonna happen.
Well, strike. He gets one strike. One big ol' strike with his big ol' attack. However, that 15 is not enough. He takes a big swing, but is not a very calculated swing, and this ghoul-type creature, whatever it may be, is able to get out of the swing. Karzarath.
All right, let's try the blue damage on the guy.
2 damage on that guy. It's gonna drop him.
And I was going to go for the other guy.
Okay,
Stab.
yeah.
And probably miss.
Yeah, that 9's gonna miss. Anything else?
It might give him an attack of opportunity, but I'm going to move over here by the others.
Sure. You may move 5 foot without, but if you want to move any more than 5 feet, then yeah.
That's fine.
Okay. So, yeah, you make your way over there, and it is going to. That was a cocked die. Oh, never mind. It's the same number. That's gonna be 23. So, that'll be 4 damage, and then if I could get a fortitude save from you. Okay. Good to know. Yeah, you successfully move. CC's down to a single turn left.
Huzzah!
Huzzah!
And then when she's able to move again, she's blind.
And then I'm re-blinded because that was the curse. God damn it!
Okay, back to the ghoul's turn. This one is finally looking around him and starting to see shapes and things again. Unfortunately, that was the end of its turn.
Uh-huh.
The two other ones are dead, so this one is Which one is it gonna go after? The one that the big guy is going after, or the one that he was previously going after? Alright, it's gonna go after the big guy. So it piles up on Vare. And
I'm not muted and I'm singing my music.
is gonna take 2 claws. That not gonna hit. Definitely not gonna hit. So Artanis.
Right. I'm gonna move back up on the big. If I go here, like this way, am I gonna get an attack of opportunity? Or he
No.
got out of range, right?
Because he was out of range, you would be able to keep at least 5 feet away.
Okay, so I'm gonna fight this guy.
Okay.
Probably good.
So as he starts to see shapes in the darkness once again, he looks over and sees Artanis marching up to him with his big old shark blade.
Yeah, and I'm gonna do that thing I was told I can do and attack twice.
Not if you moved. It's got to be a full round action.
Got it. Then I'm just gonna attack once.
Yeah, you are. Dang, that's really good. 12 slashing. Artanis comes in and cuts across, spilling some blackened blood. Still standing, but looking hurt. Back to the one-eared super ghoul. It's gonna look at its options here. Man, that really sucks. You know what? Whatever. I'll give it one more go. So a bite of not enough and 2 claws. Oh, that one might. Nope. 24 just barely misses. His bite and first claw scratch along Vare's armor, where his second claw comes in and grips around a fault in the armor, but is unable to scratch past Vare's thick hide. And Vare, in response, kicks him off and is still. He's not getting hurt, so he's still going to lay into the big guy. And is going to succeed after the sickness made him cough and miss his swing last time. He comes in holding his breath, if only just for a moment, and does successfully collide with the creature's skin for 19 damage. This creature, neither of these creatures are these ghoulish creatures are looking very good. Karzarath.
All right. going to circle back around to this guy
Okay.
and stab.
You were going for flanking, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that'll hit. And I have to oblige you. Your sneak attack as flanking counts.
Woo.
So for 13 damage, you actually just barely take down the undead constitution of this ghoul as it falls.
That's 2 down.
CC, you feel this undead malaise give way to your immune system, and you kind of flex, and while you are remain prone for the rest of this turn, you are no longer paralyzed. This guy, with its last shred of life, is going to attempt all it's got against Artanis. So bite, no, and 2 claws. Jesus, nope, for neither of them hit. It's really going at it. It is not calculating and trying to find a good angle, and Artanis is going to be able to freely.
Hell yeah. I'm just gonna go for one chop.
All right.
Chop.
Ship. Maybe you should have gone with 2, because a 14 is just not enough.
Damn.
Back to this guy. That's not great. Eesh. Maybe I can withdraw and see what else I can do. So, yeah, this guy is going to withdraw back here around Artanis, actually, and is going to position himself there. Well, Vare's not going to let him go. Unfortunately, he can't move as fast. So he's going to have to charge, getting a +1 to his attack, but losing 2 AC in the process for the turn. So. $21. That'll hit. For 14 damage to this guy. And yeah, he's going to, with a big flourish and a large splat of blood, take out this undead creature as it falls to its back.
Ooh.
Karzarath.
Alright, am I able to get up to here?
To where?
Up to the other zombie there?
Right next to him? Yeah. You were
so-
not prone, so yes.
Get up to it and stab it.
Alright. No, you won't.
I can attempt at least.
This ghoul may not attack well, attack very coordinated, but at this point it's trying to survive. So, Cece.
I was told to ping her in advance so she could be ready on her turn.
Oh.
I guess not. And I pinged her.
Sorry. Sorry, I'm back. Okay. Oh, everybody's moved. Awesome. So I'm going to move here. And I'm going to do a... where is it? Yeah, I'm going to do a channel positive energy.
Okay.
And I'm not excluding anyone.
So it is a move action to stand up from prone.
Okay.
So you can either do that from the location, or you can move afterwards.
Can I be cheeky and take a 5-foot step forward?
Sure. I'll say you can, seeing as getting up isn't necessarily moving by itself.
Cool. So I will take a 5-foot step forward, which should put everybody within this circle.
All 4 of those fellas?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. So, you can go ahead and roll for damage against the ghoul. It's going to have to be real lucky. 11. Nope. Even on half, that would take it out. So, in front of you are Tanis Ver and Karzrath, despite your swings missing. Out of nowhere, you see it hiss and fizzle up as it burns from the radiance. And you all may also take your 3d6 of healing.
We roll that ourselves?
Yep, that is individual.
3d6.
Oh, I have 11 for myself. Okay, that puts me back at 57.
$23 out of 36, not too shabby.
Nice. And that will take you out of immediate turn order. Of course, I will keep it up just in case you get into any more scuffles.
I guess we're gonna investigate the houses, right? That makes sense to me.
Who looks super bad as I'm coming up to the group?
Not freaking fair.
Bear looks fine.
Yep, he looks fine.
Karzrath looks okay.
Bit beaten up.
Bit beat
Not
up.
as before was a bit hurt, but just got back 9 HP. Still
Okay.
beaten up.
I will reach forward and give you a pat on the head with a very approved smile and say, "Good shots," and give you 10. Hey.
Wow.
Right.
So 1d10.
No, you get 10. Straight 10.
Oh, sweet. Thank you.
Yes. And then I'm assuming Artanis looks pretty bad.
No, he looks pretty alright.
It looks alright.
Karzrath will beam up happily
Yep.
up at you.
Hey.
I would like to, as Artanis, go into this little building and investigate.
Alright, you go in the barn. Vare's going to be a brave boy and go into the farmhouse. Go ahead and give me a perception check inside of the barn.
Hey, boom. Jesus
Okay.
Christ.
Well, it was going to be
Off the
difficult for
house.
you anyway because it's dark in there and you're a human, but you do take a look around and there's a 12-foot high stone head canted slightly along one of the walls in here. It's a helmed warrior, stern face that you can see. Maybe not all of the details as it is dark, but you pick up. And there's moss over a lot of the figure.
Mm.
Otherwise, there are a significant number of just bones, blood, and partially eaten carcasses. You can see sheep and cattle and some human forms that you can assume were previously farmers. In the farmhouse, Ver and Karsrath may make perception checks.
All right.
Okay. Okay. So the farmhouse is also in a terrible state. There is a lot of blood all over the floors in here. There is a mutilated body in the farmhouse's kitchen. You can see that it is decaying, and you could immediately tell when you walked in here. You could hear plenty of flies swarming around. But both of you are able to spot the carved Sihedron rune on his chest. And there is a single scrap of parchment pinned to his tunic as well. And Karsrath, you see your name on one side of it.
I'm not surprised. I will pick it up.
Okay. So, initially, I'm going to share it just with you. But eventually I'll share it with everyone. Hey, Cece, what you doing?
I am. That's a good question. I'm kind of like catching my breath and stretching, so I just got paralyzed. I'm like, ow, that sucked. And I
Yeah.
guess I would like to roll a perception check, being outside, and try to figure out, did all the noise that we just caused send stuff towards us?
Yeah, okay. You can go ahead and make a 120-foot radius perception check. You can definitely tell there is still a sting from the paralysis, but it is nominal. It's not going to hurt you.
More irritating than really anything else?
Yes, at this point.
Yeah,
So
that makes sense. That irritation is really getting to me, though. Like, super bad.
it's unpleasant. And sometimes it's just too unpleasant. Yeah. You don't spot any commotion anywhere out there. But taking a look, it looks like while the other ghouls don't have too much to them, maybe this guy might have some stuff on him. I don't know. He seemed important. That's about it. That's really all you can get.
So after the ringing the note, Karsrath will take it outside to Cece.
What's this?
Hey, this guy found a weird note.
So it seems like somebody really has it out for me. And he will pass the note to Cece.
All right. In this case, I'm just gonna do all players, even though Artanis isn't really there, nor is Dedrin, but all players.
Happy. Karzarath, when you guys started going around and helping Sandpoint, did you ever help a group of farmers at all?
All we did was fight against some goblins and check out a mystery at the glassworks. And we might have gone after one of the goblin encampments that we believe to have attacked the village or the town. I have no idea why these guys, besides us being called heroes, is after me.
Did all the goblins get away? Or did you kill all the goblins, or did any of them get away? That was the phrasing I was looking for.
I'm sure there's still plenty of goblins alive, though this does not feel very goblin activity.
Well, while I do agree to that, I do think that this could be an increase of rebellion from goblins because of friends.
I feel like the person leaving us these notes was the one who incited the goblins' violence upon the town to begin with.
And the fact that you protected them means whoever did it is obviously not a fan of yours.
Nope.
Well, this is a disconcerting red herring, then. Though I wonder, is this one of the sins?
There was a corpse with a sigil on it in the house if you want to take a look, though I have to say it isn't pretty.
I mean, in all fairness, getting my sight back, nothing really around here has been very pretty.
That is fair.
I mean, the corn's nice to look at when it's not covered in blood. I suppose.
We might want to blaze the place, probably, just to get rid of all the zombies. Though the smoke might not be very good for anything else, and yeah, probably not the best idea.
We will find something for you to light on fire, I promise. It just will not be these homes or the
I just figured if we were to set the place on fire, it would just burn up all the other zombies, though we don't know if there's anyone else still alive hiding in the corn, so that's why it's also probably a bad idea besides the smoke and burning of crops that could be used for the town.
Yes, that is kind of why I'm nixing that idea. However, we kind of know what we're dealing with and kind of know how to handle it. So I think we can safely return to the town with that information for any ghouls that are still tied. But yes, I do want to see the sigil.
Alright. Artanis will call everyone into the barn just to see this thing.
Sure. I guess that's up to... Yeah, you'd be able to meander between the body and the farm. Or, the barn.
As I'm going inside, I would probably stop Karzarath and be like, would you mind checking this the leader? He may have something on him.
Karzarath will nod, and he will take a look at the body.
And I will
Sure.
venture inside with Artanis.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
And
Okay. You do see this creature has what probably were their last living clothes on. There are a couple of trinkets in its pockets, but the most notable thing is around its neck hangs an iron key on a leather cord. It's a large key, and it bears a symbol of a curious flower surrounded by thorns.
Then we'll grab the key.
Okay.
Wait.
And any other trinkets it might have had in its possession.
Sure. It's like pencil, or well, I guess charcoal stick.
Hmm. Hey,
But
you never know when that
yes.
could be useful.
So what are we finding
I
in
don't know.
the...
Did you?
What are we finding in the,
Right. So with the improvised and burning hay and rope and some other things that Artanis was able to bind together, you all see, first of all, smell. There's a lot of decay in here. There are bones strewn about, blood covering the floor, and as previously, some unfinished corpses of some livestock, as well as a couple of farmers. And but the mainstay is this 12-foot stone like warrior with a stoic face and a helmet that is canted slightly and is supporting it basically taking effect of a support beam for this barn.
it's being a support beam for the barn?
Yep, it is integrated into the structure of this barn.
Huh. Well, that's odd.
Statues as support structure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It looks very well worn, so it's been a statue for quite a long time.
I need to check something. Hold on.
And you know what? I think while you guys are thinking about that and you're staring at this stone, let me GM layer all of your tokens. We're gonna get a bit of Dedrin.
Oh, it's me.
Oh, look,
For
it's
real
you,
this
you!
time. For real this time.
You waved off the party going down the Lost Coast Road. Surely they can handle this by themselves. They don't need you. You've got much more important business to attend to.
Yeah, they're...
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking for supplies.
Yeah.
For reagents and chemical salts. Because I need to make some flare shots.
Yes, you do. So, okay. You would need to make your way to a very generous general store or an alchemist's shop in order to get your reagents.
Mm-hmm. Is there an alchemist shop in town?
You'd have to ask around. You could ask Das if you were so inclined.
Yeah, he's a man of the craft, so I would.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I guess, what say you to this man?
Walk in, and do you know of any alchemy or alchemist shops in town? I have some work I need to be done that needs more aid than just a forge and your material.
Go ahead and roll a diplomacy check for me.
Okay, diplomacy. Come on, diplomacy. It's always failed me. Will it fail me now? No.
Well, I appreciate your company. You do seem to be a man of craft as well. I guess I can help you out with this. You could head over to the Pillbug's Pantry, though that's a bit shadier. Who knows what kind of deals you might get there, though. That's kind of interesting. And then there's also Bottled Solutions, which he points in the general area. He kind of points this way.
Okay.
They're nearby in the Tanglefoot Alley.
What was the first one?
The Pillbug's Pantry.
What can you tell me of the Pillbug's Pantry? Can you explain more on its shady ordeals?
Well, Oliver in there can't ever catch anything, but he seems to the owner of that establishment seems to get a lot of shady individuals buying from him. Rumor says that he gives them poisons, but he'll never admit to that. But otherwise, you can get herbs and other reagents.
Well, thank you for this information. I may return later to use your forge once more. And, I'm gonna go to the shady place, yo!
Okay.
That's where
All
I'm
right.
going.
So you make your way down. Oop! Don't change your size. Make your way down Festival Street, and then see Tanglefoot Alley, and all the way at the end, you see a painting of a pillbug perched on a mushroom. So that would be 16.
Hey.
And you make your way to the establishment. Open the door. And inside, you see a short, rotund man standing at attention behind the counter, as well as as Baylor, who looks over and sees you come in. Don't mind us. We were just having a chat. And then Baylor will walk out of the Pillbug's pantry.
As he walks past, I just give him a nod, like, Sheriff.
He gives you another nod, but is respect for the common man than your status per se.
Mm-hmm. So just realized layer cartridges are an actual thing.
Oh,
Not just making something random up there, an alchemical cartridge.
sweet.
Huh. I did not know that. And they actually do stuff outside of just sending up flare signals.
Cool. Where are you seeing this?
I looked up alchemical cartridges, Pathfinder, and then one of the sub things was cartridge flare.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, yeah. We can totally do that.
Okay. Yeah, I'll walk up, and because it's too much to stay in the voice, I'll ask about the different reagents and chemicals that I would need to add to a cartridge to make it, pop with color. And I was told to come here.
Yes, I see. He seems a little shaken up. But he answers you. He pulls out a couple of jars. Takes a little bit for him to scramble around and find things, and he has to go in the back. But
when he goes into the back,
sure.
can I give a perception check to just look around and going off of what Doss told me, can I just give a general perception check to just see if I see anything, criminal in the room? Like maybe if I can spy like a shelf that seems out of place that might hide something, stuff like that. I'm looking for discrepancies.
Yeah, you go ahead and make a perception check.
Okay.
Okay, 23. Okay. You case the area, and it seems to you that anything that might be here is very well hidden. Or it may simply be in the back or down in a cellar or something of that sort. Everything out here, while sketchy, looks above board.
Okay. Very
And
interesting.
yeah, he does come back and sets up a couple of glass and clay jars. I have a few colorful reagents here. Which of these might you be perusing for?
What am I looking at? Well, I'm about to ask you, what colors on the fly does he have?
Sure. He would point out that he has some blue and white that are more common. There's also a green in there, and then he has a little vial of a red salt. He also does keep some supply of black powder by itself.
Hmm.
Oh, there is also an orange.
So orange, red, white.
Orange,
And-
red, white, green, and blue.
Hold on.
I hope my chemistry is up because I was going off of what I remember their colors being.
Yep, nope, that's right. Um. Okay. How? I'd ask how much for the lot of them all?
Aye. I'll say if you'd like to buy this all out, it would cost me 30 gold. This is a lot of purified, imported goods.
Gold. Hmm.
Where are you keeping track of your gold?
In my inventory. In the gold section on my sheet.
That's a lot of gold.
Yeah, man. Yeah, dude. Listen, up until like 4 sessions ago, I was in the 4,000s.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
I didn't spend a lot in character creation.
No, you didn't. That's not a bad thing.
They gave you gold? I didn't even get a walking stick.
Yeah. Try dying and making a new character sometime. You get gold.
I'm sorry you died. Here's a buttload of money.
Yeah, basically.
I'm sorry for the inconvenience of your death.
I would look dead serious at him, knowing the sheriff was just here. And I will say, along with all of this, and I'll get kind of closer, how much would it cost me to purchase something from your wares that may be off the books? And give him that, nudge, nudge, wink, wink. I know what you're doing.
He nods slowly, but dully says, I keep very good notes of all of the sales in here.
I'm sure you do, and I do not mean to insult, but surely, as any good business owner, you have a second book somewhere that may have more lucrative deals done within.
Hang on, I gotta whisper something.
Ah! Love whispers.
Oh yeah. Just so that just so that you're in the know. Oliver will then say, "Well, officer, I assure you, nothing is happening here that wouldn't be available to anyone like you or Baylor. I am completely open."
Fortunately for you, I am not the sheriff. I see how scared he makes you. All I am saying is if you help me, I will help you in return. I take care of those who aid me in my efforts. But if you do not wish to go down that road, then I believe 30 gold is what we discussed.
That is correct, yes.
Can I try and make a diplomacy to get him to open up more?
You may try.
That's what I want to try.
You may try.
Okay, I will try.
You may try.
Okay. Come on. Come on. Nope.
Nope. As you attempt to woo him with your words, he seems quite stern.
Okay. I will give him the 30 gold, and as a parting message, will tell him to just think on what I've told you. If the sheriff scares you, then I could help. And I will buy the stuff.
I will. Baylor, with his arms folded, watches you exit and then crosses the alley to head back into the Pillbug's pantry.
Okay.
I'm assuming you're making your way back to the smithy.
Yep. This is,
Okay.
oh man, I am actually happy about that because I will do my, if it comes to it, I will do my best to have a Western in the street showdown with the sheriff. High
Oh
noon,
my god.
gunslinger v not gunslinger. I don't know what he is. I don't know if he has a gun.
Okay, well, you make it back to the Red Dog Smithy. And yeah, you take your seat. And
I'm sorry, just real quick. If it needs to be said, I obviously wasn't like talking loudly when I was talking to him. I was whispering.
oh yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah.
You were keeping it low.
Yeah.
So you head into the back with your pots of material, and you are going to work, which I will take a craft check, sort of a craft alchemy check.
Okay.
Oh. Okay. This is your first set of bullets that you're trying to... First set of flare cartridges that you're attempting to make. Unfortunately, you are now down a color. it didn't quite take, and some of it burned off, and some of it spilled, and you have
I lost white.
you lost your magnesium.
Yeah.
Yeah. You still have an extra bullet. You know how to make bullets. But you managed to not quite make this one. So go ahead and roll again.
Hey.
Okay. Examining, as any professional would, examining and how it went wrong, you realign and go to work and are able to put in 2 of these colors in a set of bullets, in a set of cartridges. I will say you can pick whichever 2 colors, but I will say let's give it no, come on. It's got to be more than that. Okay. You get 12 bullets of various colors between 2 of the remaining colors, and then I would require 1 more craft alchemy check. I'll give you a +4 circumstance bonus because of how well you did it previously.
Okay.
Got yourself in a rhythm.
Yeah. So I get a +4?
Yeah. Just add it on top of the roll.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Don't worry about it.
I'm gonna put it in my little temp section.
Okay,
In
sure.
Skill.
And deftly, like before, you make another 12 bullets, and you have a total of 24 flare bullets of orange, red, green, and blue. Unfortunately, the white did not make it, but you have done so.
Hey, well, that works out in having 6 of each color then.
Yeah.
Sweet. We got flares, baby. That I can also actually use to attack people with.
Yeah. That's interesting. Okay. Could I just get a typeless D6 roll from you, Dedrin?
Typeless D6.
Mm-hmm.
Boom.
Okay. Cool. Thank you.
You're welcome.
As you are about to perhaps make your way out of the smithy to maybe loose one of your cartridges to see if they work. They look well constructed, but who knows if they work. Into the smithy walks an older woman, though not quite venerable, just getting up there in age, and steps in and looks at you and says, "Are you one of the new souls to Sandpoint?"
If you mean how long I've been here, then yes. I've only but arrived a couple of days ago. Who might I be talking to?
I am Koya Mavashti. Madame Mavashti has requested a meeting with you.
What for, may I ask?
The spirits seem discontent with the goings on and have requested. That's all that I know.
Intriguing. Well then, I guess lead the way.
And that she will, as she takes you slowly. She doesn't have the best of mobility. Takes you. Oop, no resizing.
Oh my god, I'm big. I'm a giant.
No resizing.
So, just as we're walking, a pepper box has 6 barrels, right?
Mm-hmm. That is correct.
Can I load 5 barrels with a regular bullet, with regular bullets, and then the final barrel with a flare? Is that a thing?
Yeah, you could line it up so that as it goes through its rounds, the last one is a flare bullet. Yes.
Okay, I would like to do that as we're walking, and I'm, as you said, I check the ammunition, just to give it a look over. I will load my pepper box, and the first 5 barrels will be normal bullets, and the final barrel will be one of the red flares.
Okay, strontium bullet.
A whole new type of roulette. Real lucky punch.
All right. So you make your way down slowly to this large manor. Appears to be an ancient, decrepit manor house with several rooms from the outside. Looks, who knows, maybe as old as Sandpoint or even older. Koya does a subtle nod and ushers you in. Should you do so?
Yes, Dendron will indeed walk in.
Inside, there are indeed several rooms. It is dusty in here, and not much light, and not much natural light, and only a few candles around. And then Koya says, the room in the back right.
I will walk to the room at the back right.
Okay.
It is not in hand, but I'm definitely keeping the hand close to the holster.
Okay.
Actually, when I walk in, can I give a quick survey of the building? Just
Yes, absolutely. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Yes. 25.
Okay. Yeah, as you take a look, as you peer into the darkened corners, nothing seems to be hidden out of sight as far as you can tell, and you're fairly certain with that high of a roll. It's odd that such a large house doesn't have more individuals in it, but other than that, nothing seems to be amiss.
Okay, nothing out of the ordinary, just interesting that 2 people probably live here, just 2 people.
Pretty much.
Okay. Hey, goblin attacks, man, the economy, they can afford it.
Yeah. So you look into the room, and sitting behind a table, shuffling an odd-looking set of cards with a set of busted and carved bones sitting, small bones sitting to the other side of this desk, is a frail and venerable old woman
Cece's competition. So Dedrin will walk in and say, I was told you wanted to talk.
Yes, and I am hard of hearing. Please come closer.
Of course. And he'll walk up. She's behind a table, you said?
Yeah, there's a table there.
Okay, is there a chair for me to sit?
There is a chair for you to sit in.
Ooh, I will sit at the chair.
The spirits are unquieted recently. And for some reason they have decided that you need information. Is this so?
One could say that, yes. You might find me interested in what these spirits have to say.
I do not like to do this, but I am offering you a chance for a reading, she says, while, despite her frail form, oddly masterfully shuffling these cards. It's not very noisy or anything, just shifting them around and just playing with the cards that she has in her hands.
Edrin will kind of put hands, underneath his chin and say, and what in return would you expect of me, should you give me this reading?
It is not what you can give me, but what the spirits can give me. I prefer their quietness, or at least pleasantness. If you do what they desire, then I will be left alone. For now.
Interesting. Well, I do believe it is time for a reading then, if you say yourself.
She does a subtle nod, though. It's hard to tell if it wasn't just a not invulnerable,
Involuntary.
involuntary movement. She immediately puts a card face down in the center of the table. This is not Yu-Gi-Oh! Don't you dare make that joke. And then shuffles around a little bit, and surrounding this card places 4 additional cards, and they are unlike any cards that you have ever seen. They're certainly not playing cards, but they look like eccentric tarot cards at best. And she examined the cards. You see recent events. I see a dog and a boar. I see fire and thunder. And I see butterflies. And she flips the middle card. All of this surrounding a fox. I cannot tell you what these mean. I can only show you them. I would hope you would be able to consult others, but I do not know if you are a lone individual or not. Speak to those close to you. Figure out what this means. Quiet the spirits.
Dedrin would say to her, while I look into this, I recommend you keep your doors locked during the night. You have your dealings with the spirits, and unfortunately this town has their own. We would not want the dead getting to you so soon.
My daughter Koya will keep me safe, but we will take this information in kind.
Thank you for this reading. If there's any other business that the spirits require, do feel free to find me.
Koya will.
Good. And he'll get up and walk.
Okay. Koya sees you out.
What is next on the agenda? I think, well, I guess... Okay. Oh my god, I have so much information that I need to go over. What do I do?
I think what you do is think about it.
That's a good thing, and I think I will.
And you stop. We're not on the coast anymore. So, back to the gang at midnight. What would you all like to do?
I still believe our best course of action is to head back. I say willfully to myself.
Well, just do Artanis. I know how to do Gunboy. I don't know how to respond to you and weirdo.
I guess Ver would be like, maybe we could cull a little more of the ghoul problem?
Wouldn't be a bad idea, getting rid of more of the dead so that they can't possibly kill more. Not the worst idea.
I'm not entirely opposed to that. However, what I am opposed to is us rushing in, guns a-blazing, pardon the pun, but
You just learned what a gun is.
just learned what a gun is, so now they're blazing. I do think it would be a good idea if we were a little bit more strategic about our approach. Let's figure out where the active ones are and eliminate them that way, instead of playing a guessing game and pulling more of them towards us.
I mean, that sounds like a good idea to me.
Karzaret,
As long as I get to hit him.
Karzaret?
Uh-oh.
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 Oh no.
Hi, sorry, getting food real quick.
Oh, okay.
Do we wanna take a 10?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Okay.
That sounds like a great idea.
Alright. Awesome. Be back in 10.
All right, so back from break, we're at the Hambley Farm barn with the group figuring out how they'd like to tackle, or even if they'd like to tackle, the rest of the farm.
Heading them down. I can do that. Just point in the direction you want me to start looking. Okay.
Yeah. Do it.
Sounds good to me. Okay, well, maybe you need to get a better vantage point, because
Yep.
right now the fields look a little overwhelming.
Alright, I will take to the sky and try again.
Okay, let's give you that circle, and where would you like to be heading?
In the direction that CC requested.
Okay, so you're gonna be following this path. Go ahead and give me another perception check.
There we go.
All right. Okay, you case around in this area. Behind these trees, you spot the previously spotted scarecrow over on this side. There is one right in the middle of this field that you can see. Let me just, because I know you guys are going to anyway. There's one down at the end of this corner. And then off to the side, there are two more. I think I copied two. Yeah. That's what you can make out with the 35.
Cool. Red will point that out to CC and the others.
Okay, as they are coming outside and following, I presume.
Yeah. I assume.
Okay. So yeah, marching away up there. And a new Detect Undead cast. Okay. As you begin to concentrate, CC, there does not give off a divine scent of undead anywhere yet, at least within your range. And Karsrath, you make your way. CC, as you are taking a peek at that one, it does appear to be undead. Karsrath, I'll have you like perch here or something.
Yep, that's fine. Having me perch in trees is always a safe bet. If I'm
Yeah, I
flying.
kind of thought so. Well, despite feeling like you should be in in range, no undead senses. Yep. Nothing coming from your spell, and you can see the sunken over head of a scarecrow stuffed with hay.
And Karzrath will take to the sky and
Sure.
follow from above.
Squished there. Okay, assuming that you are flying more a little over 30 feet
Mhm.
above the ground, you do get a closer look at these two, and CC undeath does come within your purview once more. Um, yeah, she would.
Karzrath I would like to do further perception checks as we move forward as well.
Yep, you can go ahead and make a perception check, and Vare, meanwhile, is gonna kind of say, "Well, we're finding him. Are we gonna?" And he makes a very large across neck gesture.
Let's at least pinpoint them all before we go after them.
Okay,
Because if
that
we're
makes
going to
sense.
trigger them, I'd rather know what direction they're coming from.
All right, so I will be generous as you are doing this purview. I will give you perception checks and detect undead checks. And it's not a check, but abilities for like regions. So as you scope out this region, that 29 does not find any roving ghouls, but Detect Undead does source this as a ghoul.
Okay.
Let's say you guys took the other side of the tree to stay away from
Ghoul.
this ghoul. Yeah.
Ghoul. Not ghoul. This one ghoul. Right? I'm pretty sure I did detect undead on that one.
Which ones?
The down towards the bottom.
Oh, this guy?
No, that one. Yeah, where Blinky is.
You have not gotten close enough to check that one, I don't think. Unless you did.
We did.
Wait.
We got to
We
here.
skirted that one, I think.
Okay. I don't remember you checking.
Okay, that's fine. It can be in our next loop. So
Sure.
This one undead.
This
Towards the top?
one and that one undead. Yeah.
This one. But this one center is fine.
This one center or this one center?
That one center, the one you just pinged.
Yeah, this one is no ping.
Okay. And we basically cleared out all of these ones already. So
Yeah.
okay. So I would say, knowing that most of these areas are clear, CC would hoof it down to this area, knowing that this one is the poor guy that got shot.
Yep, that's correct.
Yeah. And then probably hoof this way.
Oh,
Oh fuck! I wouldn't have moved that far. I know that that's. I know that that's a baddie. I wouldn't have hoofed that far.
yeah, you would have had your thing up.
Yeah.
I would have stopped you before 30 feet.
Yeah, so I think from here, I would ask Karzarath to fly across the field this way, knowing that that one is vacant. Or at least most likely vacant. I'm pretty sure that was one of these bastards. And have him check at the other end of the end of the
Here's me
field.
my perception for that.
All right, so you are flying over.
Zoom zoom.
Okay. Well, you spot. It appears that there's a grouping of scarecrows in this area. As for their vacancy status, all of them have scarecrows on them. What would you like to do, Karzrath? You may not make severe turns. Okay.
Come land in the tree.
Let me just see what's going on here. Oh, no, I don't want a waypoint. Okay. Yep. There's some scarecrows here.
Do any of them seem to be moving at all?
Give me another dedicated close perception check. Yeah, all of them are shambling just a little bit. And it seems to be not exactly in conjunction with the wind.
If Karzrath were to go to the top of this tree that he's at, would the others be able to see him waving?
Not CC. Yeah, Karzrath vanishes into the darkness.
Rude.
Well, how tall is the tree? Because corn grows really tall, and if there's a lot of it and we're not tall, we might not see you.
Yeah,
If
there's
this is all
also
corn.
a, like, kind of grade with these fields.
Mm-hmm. So, what we'll do is
They can certainly hear if anything's happening, but they can't exactly see what you're doing.
Okay. So we're gonna shoot. And you said it was these three that were moving. Was there anything in this one?
All four of them have a semblance of movement.
Okay, so we're gonna shoot this one here.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Okay. Go ahead and add your sneak attack. Okay. You three over here, after a couple seconds of Karzrath flying away, well, about a minute, half a minute, getting over here, and then some silence in Karzrath doesn't return. And then you hear a shrieking from over the fields.
Oh God.
And,
Forgetting the party's attention, does it?
so you did a thing, which means the school's going to try to break out of its restraints. I think that might do it. Nope, I was wrong. It strangles against its restraints, and gives a big hiss, but it does not make it. Though I will give a check to anything else in the area. Okay. And then. Okay. So, at the sort of end of this turn, two more of these scarecrows start shrieking. Artanis, we're in turn order now.
Yeah, Artanis will look at Ver and Cece and just say, well, let's not fight in the corn. If anything, they'll come to us. Let's brace here, and if they come, they come. You can fly, we can't. We don't want to get stuck in the corn.
Agreed.
And we'll hold an attack, I guess, at the first ghoulie bole.
Sure. That's not relevant anymore. I said that's not relevant anymore. Ver, kind of gonna agree. I guess if you guys aren't running out, I'm not gonna either. Karzrath.
All right. If that one still stuck to the post, let's take another shot at it.
Okay. No longer flat-footed because it knows you're there, but it definitely hits for a whole 3 damage. Anything else?
Not yet.
Okay, CC.
Yeah, agreeing with the two of them, I'm actually going to, because I know where some of the things are likely going to come from. I'm actually going to go. I'm going to touch Ver and give him guidance, and then I'm going to go behind Artanis and focus my not turn undead, sorry, I played a cleric last night. I'm going to focus my detect undead. My radar is going to go away. Basically, I'm wondering if this guy's going to come running.
I got you.
Or this guy's going to come running.
Okay,
They can see the other ones, but those two are likely to sneak up on us.
Those 3 gonna strain against their restraints. And this one breaks free and immediately begins running for you. Gets near the base of the tree. This one breaks free and begins climbing the tree. This one remains. And the last scarecrow at this point begins to shriek as well at the end of its turn. Artanis.
Gonna keep holding, man. There are more shouting, and I'm not going into that corn. That's a dumb fight.
Okay, Karzrath, back to you.
All right. So before I take off flying, or this guy can reach me, I'm going to take a shot at this guy here.
Okay. Okay. 6 damage.
And then I'm gonna start flying back towards the party
Okay,
before they can reach me in the tree.
sure. About 30 feet out.
Basically, I am getting the thing's attentions and getting them, pulling them to the party.
Yeah.
To massacre them.
It's basically about there.
Is that about here?
It's the C.
Uh,
Your previous detects did not detect.
okay. Still staying within probably. Yeah. Staying this way with the detect, eyeballs this way. And
Okay.
guidance is still on Ver.
Yes. Okay. So these two still need to break free. It's going to be no successes.
You might be able to just pot them off from the air, the ones that are still tied.
It'll be a bit more difficult. But these two, noting that you have jumped off, are indeed following. This one's going to let go of the bark and carry 30 feet out. This one's going to jump off and do the same. Artanis, no change.
The perks of flying.
Karzarath.
Alright, still gonna start heading towards the party.
Okay.
And I can get to about there, right? Is it here or here?
About 30, and then you can exchange your other for another 30 if you'd
let's
like.
do that.
So yeah, you can double your movement safely.
Alright, then. And we'll call out 2 coming from behind me.
CC, you detect nothing.
I'm holding my same action. If I know Karzarath is coming, I'm still concerned about the one sneaking up behind us.
Sure.
Yep.
All right. So these two are going to attempt to break free once again. One of them is going to do so and follow his stinky, smelly compatriots. The other is going to not be able to. They're both going to move 60 feet following. Artanis, Fair, Karzarath.
I'm gonna do the double move again.
Okay.
And letting the party know 2 on their way.
Yep. CC. No detection again. Okay. This guy's got one last chance. He's very upset. Still gonna be upset. This guy gets to catch up. Needs to moving up here. Perception checks. One of which is going to notice Ver and is actually looking forward and is going to, in its double move, utilize a charge to attack Ver, coming in with a bite. A 23 is not going to hit, though. But it got very close. That's that. Artanis.
Ooh. Ghouls are around.
Oh, yeah.
Weren't
It's
there any
time.
held actions as well?
I don't think they got close enough.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go here and fight this one.
I guess Fair would be able to get his swing off, but yeah, your turn. So take pretty much a 5-foot step for that one.
So does that let me double attack, or how
That
does
lets
work?
you take a full round. Yeah, that takes you
Sweet.
that lets you take a full round action.
All right, so these are 2 attacks at -2, whatever.
Yep.
Boom, boom.
Okay, 22 and 15 are both going to hit. And this
Slash,
one
slash.
with 22 out of its hit points does fall over.
Yeah. That's the turn.
Ver gets his readied slayish, which he is still sickened. It hasn't been that long. Well, yes, it has. It's gonna get not that. Reflex on this guy +3. Oh, no. Okay, he's still good. But quite a wasted yeah. Wasted ready to attack. But he comes back swinging, picks himself up from his balance, and just barely manages to hit.
Is he using the guidance?
Yes. He would have done so, yeah. And that was an 8? Actually, I think it was a 10 because he's not. Yeah. So, 15 total damage. Not his best roll. But, yeah, he cleaves into this ghoul. Karsrath. Still up in the sky, unless you'd like to land.
Gonna come behind and land here.
Uh,
I can.
Not without a fly check. That is quite the turn.
Okay, fly.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Then I will.
Let me just okay. So that'll be 18 damage as you fall out of the sky.
Ow.
I rolled max 3 times. You are still back here. Your twisted maneuver cost you a lot of air, and you fell 30 feet. That's going to be your move action. Standard action is still up to you how you want to deal with it, but you are prone, so I'd recommend getting up.
Yeah, getting up.
Okay, Cece.
Okay.
Cosmos just crashed into the corn.
It's just like pew. Okay. I will. Go. Yeah, I can get to Harzarath, so I'm gonna go around Artanis, kind of like shove, like shoulder check some corn, and I will reach in and I will touch Karzarath and say, "It's okay, I'm here, you're fine." And I will give you 19!
Nice.
Wow.
It's okay, I'm here. Beep. That's 2 7s on a D8. I want that to be known. That is really good.
You literally just healed back what I lost, +1.
Yep, I got you. Got you. That's why I'm
Okay.
here.
So the ghouls. This last scarecrow is finally going to break free of its shackles. Oh, I can't see that. 30 feet. Okay. 30 feet. And then 60 feet. And this ghoul is just gonna attack a bunch. That's gonna miss. That's a 10. That's a 10. And 15. Those are all gonna miss. Artanis.
Okay. I'm gonna move over here to this guy
Okay.
and attack.
Yes.
Cloud. No.
Oh. Could I get a reflex save?
Sure. Reflex save.
Okay. No, he's fine.
All right. You.
He might want to take a look at fixing up his scrap shark though tomorrow. It looks in dangerous condition. Ver is going to take his swing. Ooh, just barely make it. But he does. He swings and collides with the creature, the ghoul, dealing 20 damage and cutting him down into the corn.
Yeah.
Garzrath, you're no longer in the air, so let me get rid of that. Your turn.
Gonna land shark this right
Okay.
here. Ah.
That's gonna miss. CC.
Easy.
Eyes muted. Thank you. I watched the land shark like scuttle away and kind of jerk my head back for a second, like that was weird. And then I will move in position in between slash behind Artanis and Ver, and I will give guidance to Artanis next.
Okay.
Ooh.
Ghoul turns. This one's going to follow as best as he can. Okay. And this one's going to cease its sprinting to focus entirely on you, Karzarath, with a bite. That is 25
That'll
to
hit.
hit, and 2 claws. One's a miss, one's a 20.
That'll hit.
Okay, so 11 damage in total and a fortitude save from you. Okay, thank you. Artanis.
Okay. Alright. You know what? If it fully breaks, I'll just tell him I owe him a weapon. So I'm just gonna go into the corn to fight this ghoul.
Okay.
See what we can do. What does guidance do?
Plus
Plus
1.
Ooh, okay. Bloom.
All right. Being very cautious with the weapon, you take a slice and do manage to cut into it, dealing 11 whole damage.
Yeah, hunt me down some corn too for dinner.
Ver, I don't even know if he can make that. Ver trudging in at top speed, barely makes it 20 feet, but is going to take an attack.
All the corn just being trampled down.
And is going to make it for 23 damage. Taking this one out of commission as well. Karsrath.
Alright, gonna try to take another swing at it.
I mean,
Oh!
you
Sure.
can.
Holy shit!
Well, you just crit on a dead body.
It's very easy to crit a dead body. I'm sorry, dude.
Oh my god! That is max across the board.
Yikes.
Oh. I mean, he's definitely dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, just looks right here.
Oh.
Legend of Zelda stabbed through the skull.
Yeah, they're not coming back.
That's funny. That's funny.
Like,
CC.
son of a bitch.
That's funny.
So with everybody running off, I'm going to turn my attention, because surprisingly, nothing's kind of snuck our way. So I'm actually going to peer down. Can I see that far? Yes, I can. Has this one moved yet?
Yeah, it's a kind of fuzzy location. Go ahead and give me a perception check just to make it clear.
Okie dokie. Perception. Damage.
12? Okay. Well, it looks like there's still a scarecrow there. You don't really think your eyes are deceiving you. You're just not entirely sure what the situation is.
Okay. And then I will shoot my detect undead if it's still going in this direction to see if this one had moved.
Okay. Nothing in your detect undead.
Cool.
The ghoul, however, who can I get to? Perfect. Is going to charge the one creature it sensed when it was still just a wee scarecrow, and is going to get a 25 on its bite.
Of course.
Actually, let me check something. No? Okay. 7 damage from that bite.
And fortitude save?
And a fortitude save.
Of course, that's probably the one that fails.
Thank you. And that's its turn. Artanis.
Okay. Seeing the ruffling in the corn, Artanis will, come around behind him.
Okay. Taking a wide arc coming behind him. Go ahead and get flanking +2 as well as.
Okay. So here's an attack.
17 is going to hit.
For
For
9.
9 slashing plus sneak attack.
Yes, sneak attack. What is this, man?
Yeah, a lot of things. You're not ready for the full Artanis yet.
No, I'm not. What do I roll?
I think he's up at 2d6.
Okay. Boom. 4.
Okay. He didn't. Huh. Okay.
There's a lot of character sheet to take in.
It's a lot of character sheet to take in. Okay, so 13 damage to the backside of this creature.
Yes.
Vare is gonna step and stomp on that ghoul and is gonna take another slice. It's gonna hit, 'cause of course he is, and 21 damage. You guys, 1-2 knocked this one down.
Hell yeah.
Now, Karzarath. We're out of initiative.
Okay.
Just
Karzarath
No,
will make his way through the corn, just kind of like bloodied and bruised, over to Cece. And just kind of give like a slight tug on her tunic or whatever she's wearing.
Are you muted again, Cece?
I am. I'm sorry. I had to use the restroom.
Yep.
What happened? I apologize.
Karzarath, like after the other two took out the zombie there, Karzarath comes to the corn, like kind of bloody and bruised, and just kind of tugs on Cece's clothes to get her attention.
She looks down and is just like, what happened?
One of them came out of the corn and hit me.
Oh, my poor friend.
I'm like down to 6 HP out of 36.
Oh my god. Yeah, if it's my turn in rotation, I will do something. Are we out of rotation for now?
We are out of rotation.
Yeah, kind of looking around at everybody. Is Karzarath really the only one who got his butt kicked? It looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, I will give him another gentle pat on the head, being like, I'm so sorry. Maybe you should just stick to the air. And I will heal you for 11.
All right.
We have one that wasn't identified that we know
Which
of. Which
is this one?
Which one? I missed your bleep.
Very bottom.
Oh, this. Okay. So, I will gesture towards the one that's down there and say, why don't you take to the air, Karzarath? Let us get within 60 feet or so, and then take the shot. And then, as you're shooting, let Vare know. He can run in, and so can Artanis, and between the three of you, you should be able to take it out pretty easily if it's still binded.
Okay, so
Bound is
And this one, there's nothing there currently, right? Or is that just the scarecrow?
That is just a scarecrow, right?
Yeah, that was this guy.
That one. Was...
So, let's see. Basically, gonna stay out of the range for it to detect me, but close enough for me to shoot at it before I take to the sky.
Sorry, what?
I'm basically getting close enough for me to shoot at it, but being out of its range of detection to where I can shoot at it before taking to the sky.
Right.
So, taking a shot. Bah.
Okay. That's definitely enough to hit flat-footed. So I'll take your 1, and I'll take whatever
Sneak attack.
sneak attack there is. Okay, 12 in total. That's not too bad overall.
And I will head to the sky.
Okay. So, Karzrath just acted, so Cece. Let's say you flew off this way.
So closing the gap, 30 feet. So there-ish. As I do, I'm gonna walk past Ver and I'm gonna give him a pat on the back and say, "Go have fun," and I will give him guidance.
Okay.
Basically, I'm acting now as decoy and drawing their attention.
So it's going to try to break
Taking the
free
flashlight.
and totally succeed.
Rude.
And then it will... No, stop. Oh my god. It's not that big. It's a little smaller than that. And it's going to rush out about 30 feet.
I got a dirty mind. I'm sorry.
Artanis.
Okay. That's funny.
I would allow you to have been relatively with the group before the start of this.
Cool. So I'm just gonna go get ahead of everyone and just kind of chill here while it gets ready to come closer.
Okay. I think Vera's going to do the same, standing on side. Karzrath. Karzrath.
Yeah. Trying to
Your turn.
figure out a good place for me to land where I can take a pot shot at it, but still be out of its range.
It's up to you. Just can't take too much of an angle.
Right here, okay?
Where?
Or where would be a good spot?
Yeah.
To do?
I mean,
Okay.
that would work.
Okay. And as long as I can still get a shot off on it, I will do so.
Sure. Okay. That will absolutely hit for 5 piercing. Cece.
Okay. We decided that I wasn't allowed to double stack guidance, correct?
Not on the same target.
Okay, so I'm gonna step up behind Artanis then, and I'm gonna give him the pat on the back and say, give them hell, and give him guidance too.
Okay. Ghoul is going to really go for the most noticeable, unfortunately, targets, which means both of you get attacks of opportunity on this guy.
Ooh, I get an attack of opportunity?
That is correct.
Give him a smacker
Ooh, with plus
And
one.
with the +1.
Fair will be back up. Alright, so 17, that'll be enough. It collapses as it runs to you, and both of you step out of the way as it falls in between.
Hell yeah. That's how we do
Okay.
it.
Temporarily out of initiative once more. Which direction would you like to be going?
Karsworth will come back to the middle and look to CC for which direction she wants him to check next.
She would point basically directly ahead of you and say, I believe there's one on the other side, but I haven't got a chance to check it yet. You might as well jump up and take a shot, and we'll have him bait this way again.
Okay, Karsworth will take to the tree. We know there's a guy here, correct?
You know there's a scarecrow there.
We just don't know if he's alive or dead. So
Okay, I would
one
like
shot
a
from you will figure
make a
it out.
perception.
Okay, 22. You can tell with the 22 perception that there are some subtle movements to this scarecrow.
Okay. Did the others want to move closer before I piss it off, or no?
Probably. We'd probably want to get probably right here at this corner is probably where Bear would want to be.
Yeah, okay. Let me just yeah, okay, so you're a reasonable way away.
And I'd basically shoot it before the others got too close anyway, so 16.
Okay. That hits.
So sneak attack as well?
Yeah. 15. Okay. There is no response. But the shifting stops.
I will pat Bear on the shoulder and say, would you mind getting a little closer and checking it out? And I will give him guidance again.
All right. And he will come on up with his sword ready and return with another tied up, gaunt, but previously still living body.
I will let out a sigh and say, treat it like the others, and just slowly look away.
Oh no.
Okay. You dispatch
Oh, no.
of the corpse. Four to go.
Yep. We're gonna head. Yeah, we're gonna head this way. I'm not happy with having to do that.
I mean, for all we know, they could have been bitten and haven't turned yet.
This way. And I'm sure that this one's fine.
I will
no.
do my fly thing with perception.
Sure.
And
You do not spot any movement with that one.
Going.
Okay. You don't get a ping off of your detect undead,
Awesome.
which I would say is near the end of its spell.
Okay. So yeah, I will run that dry. And as we're coming up this way, I will point at that one.
Yep. I was just about to ask if I can make perception on that one.
Sure.
Perception.
Yeah, there's a bit of activity.
Oh, taking a shot.
As he does, I walk past and I pat Ver, and then I pat Artanis, and then I get behind them.
Okay. Go ahead and sneak attack. 17. Okay. Oh, what'd I do? I did something. Oh, I flipped vertically. Don't do that. This one begins to shriek and wail against its
Is that a live one?
restraints. Is unable to make it though, so Artanis.
Yes, it's for the greater good.
The greater good.
To be fair, we're also dealing with zombies.
Yeah, but I think you're just murderers. I hate to break it to you. I think you're just murderers.
I mean, we could be
Feel zero guilt
burning
about
down.
that. I am neutral.
I mean, if it wouldn't cause a bunch of smoke everywhere and extreme havoc, we could have just burned down this entire field instead of methodically hunting down the things. So,
it's still murder.
what's a little murder amongst friends?
I don't think that's how it works. I'm just gonna hold my turn and wait for it to break out. And kind of
Okay.
charge at us.
Bear's going to take his 20 feet forward and ready an attack as well. Karsrath.
Let's take another shot at it.
Okay. Definitely knows you're there now. But a 21 will still hit for 2. CC.
I'm gonna hold movement to follow behind Artanis.
Okay. Ghoul's turn. Doesn't break out. Artanis.
Golden.
Okay. Fair is going to shuffle along a little bit more. Karsrath.
Taking a shot.
Just barely hits for 3.
Taking pot shots at this thing.
Okay, I need something to get out of the way. Make sure to keep track of your arrows. You gotta
Yeah.
be getting low.
I am slowly getting low, yes.
Alright,
Therefore-
CC.
Seeing Ver is moving closer, I will slide past Artanis and my 30 feet of movement.
Okay. Okay. Try to break from its restraints one more time. Successfully does so. Finally. And, gonna try to sense where things are. I'll give it a check. Well, okay, it knows at least one direction where things are, so it's gonna bustle its way down here and then be able to sense that there are multiple living things around it. Artanis.
Yeah, move up now and hold to fight.
Okay. Fair It's gonna hear the rushing and is gonna join you on this front. Karzrath.
Who else? Let's take another shot at it.
That one's gonna sink into the earth below and disappear. Unfortunately. Cece. You are definitely pinging with your spell. Or, no, that ended. Sorry.
No, that ended. Yeah, yeah. But I'm sure that coming through the cornfield is kind of a dead giveaway that something is there. I think. Yeah. Guidance is touch. I probably couldn't touch Karzrath's tail, could I?
He's up a little too high.
Okay. That's fine. Can I hold guidance and as a reaction touch either I will move here to make this more accurate. Touch either Artanis or Bear, whoever uses it first, and basically reignite it, so if they have to make a save, they have the +1 to the save.
Yeah, I'd let you do that.
Okay, cool. That's what I would like to do.
Speaking of, this guy is coming up because, well, there's a lot of things coming from here, but there's multiple juicy living creatures over here. So I'm gonna come over here and probably get a claw to each of you, one to Ver, one to Artanis, and the bite is gonna go to Ver High. Ver. So bite and claw to Ver is going to be 16 and 8, and claw to Artanis is going to be 11. All of those miss. Artanis.
Okay, I'll double attack.
Okay.
Flip, flop.
22 and 19. That's gonna take it out.
Yeah.
Nice. Damn, that's good. That's some good damage.
All right.
And
So-
I'd like to try to retrieve any arrows I can.
Okay, you get onto the ground and you fired. I think 3 hit the ghoul.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yep, you're lucky. All 3 of those arrows are serviceable, and you retain all.
Woo!
And with 3 more ghoul crows to go, I will unfortunately bring us back to the title screen as we are running out of time.
All right, guys, we've got a pattern figured out. We can get out of this.
Karzrath doing pop shots to draw them in. Hopefully, we'll be able to recover any additional arrows.
Bless you.
Luckily, we do know where several arrows are. I don't remember how many was fired at the zombies by the houses, but that in the house and barn. But that's not too far away from us.
That is a pretty good collection that's there. But we will collect that next time when we play, which will either be decided either next Monday or the first Monday of November. But until that time, everybody say goodbye to YouTube.
Bye, YouTube.
Bye, YouTube.
Bye, YouTube. Happy dungeon delving, everyone.